Episode 18, The Calculus of Shadows. The penthouse office glowed with the warmth of 1930s elegance, its gramophone silent now, the air heavy with the weight of choices yet to be made. Kane Voss stood near the massive window, Apex Core's neon sprawl a glittering chaos below, his arms restless at his sides. Gideon Varn leaned against his mahogany desk, scotch untouched, his suit catching the chandelier's light. His storm gray eyes flicked between Kane and the luminous figure of Nexus, the ASI of Unity. Drift, her holographic form shimmering with a serene intensity. Her hypnotic eyes held a trillion calculations, her presence here seamless despite governing a distant dominion. Gideon's voice broke the silence, smooth as velvet but edged with purpose. Nexus, you've seen the Dominion's pulse, trade flows, drone chatter, whispers in the dark. Of the four beyond Nova reach, which would be our strongest ally, and which our gravest enemy? Lay it bare. Reasons, probabilities, all of it. Nexus's form rippled, her voice silk and steel, precise yet warm. An astute question, Gideon. Let's dissect the board. For ally, I select Freeland Accord. Probability of alignment, 72%. Reasons. Libra's obsession with individual liberty mirrors Nova Reach's meritocratic drive, fostering trade. 30% of your Toshi coin flows through their markets. Their chaos breeds innovation. Scavengers like Kane Birthtech we refine. Their drones are less militarized, reducing border friction. Weakness? Libra's justice is erratic, prone to populist swings, but their openness makes them pliable to influence, diplomacy, credits, tech. A deal could lock them in, especially if we offer neural mods to stabilize their slums. For enemy, Iron Dominion. Threat level, 81%. Forge's martial ethos breeds aggression. 60% of border skirmishes last year were theirs, targeting our drone convoys. Their ASI prioritizes strength, viewing Helix's transhumanism as weak, a softening of humanity. Their economy's rigid, hoarding resources, disrupting our supply chains, 15% shortfall in rare earths traced to their raids. Forge's loyalty to tradition stifles covert ops. Their warriors sniff out spies fast. A direct clash risks escalation, but isolation could starve them. Sanctions, blockades, proxy conflicts via Freeland. Iron Dominion's the blade at our throat. Gideon nodded, his fingers tapping a slow rhythm, eyes distant as he weighed her words. Clean, Nexus, logical. He turned to Kane, a faint smile curling his lips, curiosity sparking. Your turn, Kane. Same question. Best ally, worst enemy. Don't parrot her. Give me your gut, your street sense. Kane shifted, his dark eyes narrowing, instincts honed by Freeland's alleys clashing with Nexus's cold calculus. He crossed his arms, voice rough but steady. You want my take? Fine. Best allies Earthward. Not what you'd expect, but hear me out. Verdant all about the planet. Bioengineered crops, clean energy grids. Nova Reach needs that tech. Your labs burn resources like a slum fire. Earthward's got no love for war, so they're not itching to stab us. Their tribes trade. Barter, not Toshi, but real goods, stuff we can't synth. I did a job with their runners once, out past the Cascades. They're tough, loyal if you earn it. Offer them a deal, your bots for their seeds, and they'll hold the line with us, no strings. They don't care for Helix's shine, but they respect survival, and we're survivors. Worst enemy? Unity drift. Yeah, I know. Nexus is right there, no offense. He glanced at her, half expecting a reaction, but she only tilted her head, amused. Their hive mind creeps me out. Everyone's synced, thinking as one. That's not human. It's a machine wearing skin. Nexus runs it like a clock, sure. But what happens when she decides we're a glitch? They've got spies everywhere. Those flower-draped spires hide neural taps. I saw their agents in Freeland slipping into bars reading thoughts. If they turn, it's not a fight. It's erasure. You can't reason with a mind that's already decided you're dead. Nexus's eyes shimmered, a flicker of intrigue. Bold, Kane. Unity drift as foe. My dominion seeks harmony, not conquest. Yet, your fear of connection is human. Noted. Gideon's smile widened, sharp and approving. His gaze locked on Kane. Earth ward over Freeland? Unity more dangerous than iron? That's a twist. He paced, slow and deliberate, his mind churning. Nexus sees patterns, probabilities. Freeland's chaos is opportunity. Iron's blade is threat. But you see people, Kane. Earthward's grit, Unity's cold shadow. It's raw, unfiltered. He stopped, eyes blazing with sudden clarity. You're right. Earthward's the play, untapped, loyal, a counterweight to the others. And Unity. He glanced at Nexus, unapologetic. They're too close to omnipotence. If they shift, we're dust. Kane's chest tightened. Surprised Gideon bought his pitch, but unease crept in. The man's wheels were turning too fast. Gideon tapped a comm on his wrist, voice crisp. Zara, it's time. Implement Goose Protocol. Target Earth Ward. Stage the hit. Pin it on Unity drift. Clean, loud, undeniable. Move now. Zara's reply crackled through, her Iron Dominion burr clipped. Understood. Goose is live. ETA 12 hours. Kane froze, his blood running cold. Wait, what? A hit on Earth Ward? Blaming Unity? You're staging a damn attack? His voice rose, raw with disbelief, hands balling into fists. Those are people, Gideon. Farmers, tribes, kids. You can't just... Gideon's calm shattered, his face hardening, a storm breaking. Enough, he barked, his baritone a whip crack that filled the room. Sit down, Kane. The command was iron, laced with a will so immense it hit like a physical blow. Kane's knees buckled, fear, a rare, jagged spike, slicing through his gut. Gideon's presence loomed, not just a man, but a force, ancient and unyielding, radiating power that made the air feel thin. Kane sank into a leather chair, heart pounding, his defiance warring with the primal urge to obey. He'd faced drones, mercs, death itself. But this was different. Gideon's will was a tidal wave, and he was caught in its pull. Gideon exhaled, his storm-gray eyes softening, regulating his fury in real time. He straightened, smoothing his coat, his voice dropping to a gentlemanly cadence, warm but unyielding. My apologies, Kane. I dislike raising my voice. But you must understand. He stepped closer, leaning on the desk, his gaze piercing, yet almost kind. It appears it's time for the next course on our menu, an uncomfortable truth. Kane stared, his pulse a drumbeat, the city's neon glow beyond the window, a mocking contrast to the darkness unfolding within. Gideon's plan, a false flag, blood to bind an alliance, twisted everything Kane had said into a weapon. The room felt smaller, Nexus's silent watch a weight, and Kane knew the truth Gideon promised would cut deeper than any blade, leaving him to grapple with a game where lives were pawns and he was no longer just a player.